as always, Ted, kick us off. Who do you have as your winner of the week?
Well, speaking of some NIL stuff and sharing the wealth, I got to go with the roster at the U. Every single guy on roster has been offered a $6,000 endorsement by Dan Lambert, owner of ATT America or American Top Team Mixed Martial Arts. I think he's got 48, 50 or so in South Florida areas around there that people go and train a couple of the top fighters in like UFC and stuff. And he's offering it up to everyone, which comes up to over $500,000 a year that he's willing to invest in the program. Anyone on roster has a $6,000 deal if they want it, $500 a month. All you got to do is put out some social media stuff, maybe do, I don't know, appearances or whatever. But everyone at the U has an endorsement deal right now.
If I'm one of those players, as long as I don't have to fight any of the MMA dudes, I'm taking that money. Like I'm taking that money right now. I think I read that like it's where Amanda Nunes changed. Like I think it's a pretty impressive establishment that Dan Lambert is running. But Ted, did you see what he said? Like his reasoning behind all this?
No.
He basically, and I respect this so much, and he hired the lawyer that helped write the state law there in Florida. So like he knows how to navigate this thing. He knows what's within the rules because he's got this guy advising him. He basically said, you know what? I want Miami to be good again. I mean, he straight up said it.
Yeah.
He goes,
Yeah.
I'm tired of my Florida friends and my Florida State friends talking shit to me. He's like, I'm tired of it. I want Miami to be good again. And I think this will help. And I was like, you know what? I think this is what a lot of people feared when it came to the name, image, and likeness stuff. But college football's better when Miami's good, man. And maybe this is what it takes. A guy that runs a bunch of MMA gyms giving these dudes money. I got no problem with it. Let him do with his money what he wishes.
I'll just tell you right now, Miami, it's not a big college town, okay? But there is some serious cash in Miami, all right? Some serious cash. And whenever that team was cooking and really good in the early 2000s, those players down there were superstars. And there's a lot of businesses there. There's a lot of nightclubs there. There's a lot of opportunities for those guys. And we've already seen they've already been in the headlines a couple times already with the Eric Keenes deals and now with this. I think this is a chance. I think Miami is one of the few teams out there that could benefit from this in a real way, in a big way. And I think maybe USC is another one. You think about when USC was really good, those guys out there in LA were superstars. Okay. Now the pro situation was a little bit different out there at the time, but those guys were superstars. I think those are a couple of programs, and there's probably a handful of others out there, but I think this could change the dynamic for a couple of different teams out there.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it. And speaking of some NIL news, I just want to say this: we have talked to Joe Castiglione because there are a couple of current OU athletes. Won't say them by name, but very recognizable is how I would describe them. They reached out to me asking about coming on this podcast. And I informed Joe that I'd been contacted by some athletes. And he has informed me that we are allowed to have current OU athletes on this podcast. Now, we cannot pay them, and I promise you, we were not going to.
That is something. You don't want to share the wealth? Come on, Gabe.
No. Remember that whole speech I had about being selfish?
It feels good to give money away, right?
But we will not be paying them, nor could we be. And we didn't want to put anything in jeopardy with, our roles with OU, our roles on the broadcast. But, these people reached out to us. So it has been agreed upon that we can have them on. They can plug all their stuff they got going on from a name, image, and likeness standpoint. And we just have to let the SIDs in each corresponding sport know. So we'll get to work on that.
Coming soon.
Coming possibly next week.
All right.
We'll see. We'll see. There's been discussions, but so that's going to be fun. That way, we're letting OU fans know what these kids got going on, because I do think OU fans care about that stuff. So that'll be fun, Ted. All right, who do you have as your loser of the week?
I hated to see this. Sha'Carri Richardson, 100 meters, Olympic gold contender. Ran 10.8, I think, at the Olympic trials out there in Eugene, Oregon. Tested positive for marijuana. Mandatory 30-day suspension. That's going to put her out of the 100 meters at the Olympics. Now, she would have been able to compete in the 4x1 relay, but the USA track team left her off the roster, which means she's not going to the 2021 games in Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah, and this has been something that has caused a lot of debate, right? Because did she break the rules? Yes. Are the rules stupid? Yes. It is what it is, right? And you throw in kind of her personal situation, right, with her biological mother dying, her using the weed kind of as a coping mechanism, like, and there's a deeper conversation here about mental health in athletics, but why does the US not want their fastest woman on the relay team? I don't that's where, like, okay, she's suspended for the 100-meter. Okay, whatever, the rule's stupid. It is what it is. Like, she can't run in it, but she would have been able to run, from what I understood, she'd been able to run in the 4x1. She's the fastest human being, had the fastest woman in this country. Why the hell isn't she on the Olympic team if you can use her? Like, dude, that's all I want to see, Ted. When I watch the Olympics, I want to see one thing: America win. That's it.
Right.
This is the fastest woman we got in the country, and they're not taking her. What?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if it means, like, her suspension means that she can't be with the team and practice whatever practice it is they're doing for the 4x1. Let's be honest, she's been doing it for a long time. You're the anchor leg. You run until someone puts the baton in your hand, and then you go. Okay. I don't know how much practice is required there, but I'm with you. I don't know why they made that decision. If they had the ability to have her there and available, they should have taken it. I will say, though, recently I think the U.S. and the World Anti-Doping Agency, I think is who the Olympics use, or whatever that body is, has recently changed the marijuana threshold to where, in order to have a positive test, the athlete would have had to have smoked marijuana within the day or hours before they tested the day of the event, which, what you're running in the trials for the Olympics that happen every 4 years. I can't, man. I can't understand it.
It's similar to the NFL combine drug tests, right? Or the training camp drug tests in the NFL.
We're going to tell you when it is.
I once had a coach tell me that it is not a drug test. The NFL combine drug test, it's not a drug test. It is an IQ test.
Right.
Are you stupid enough? And now there's, some extenuating circumstances with her, and it sounds like she, was dealing with a lot on her mind. I will say this, and we're not big weed guys, right? We don't come on here and talk about smoking weed and all that stuff. It's not our thing. But like, it doesn't enhance your performance, I imagine, in sprinting. But you and I both know new guys that in the NFL would go into their car, smoke a little weed before practice, get them in the right mindset. I don't know, but I mean, it's definitely a thing with some athletes. And turns out I'm not sure. I've heard it said both ways. Sha'Carri. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've heard both, but I mean, there's no way it enhanced her performance. I don't think so. I don't, it shouldn't be against the rules. Like, it makes no
agree.
sense.
Now, part of it is, and I agree, it should be, shouldn't be tested for at all.
Oh, we got dog barking. Oh, Teddy's mad. We got dog barking. This is what happens when we do it during the day instead of at night. Oh, now he's yelling. Okay, I'll give you the play-by-play. I believe he's going with shut up is what I'm reading. Yes, he's saying repeatedly going shut up. I'm leaving all this in, Ted. You know me.
Oh, my gosh.
Which dog? You have two now. Which dog?
Is it Simon? Simon, the big one.
Simon.
That should know better. Come on, man.
Figure it out, Simon. Are you about to? You look like you're about to hurt. You would never harm your dogs. I'm not saying that.
I'm not going to harm the dog. I'm
You
harming him with my eyes right now.
You are staring into his soul. Oh, here we go. Here we go. He's back. He's back to doing it. Oh, now I think the dog may be coming in the room. Oh, I think the dog is being petted. The dog is making an appearance.
No, stop. I don't even know where I was going. I don't think it should be tested. I don't know why it is. They do have to follow the world standards, I believe, and it's still a world standard that they have to test for it. Otherwise, I don't think they would in the U.S.
Right. All right. For my winner of the week, I thought about going with Oregon's Kayvon Thibodeaux. Now if everything goes according to plan for him, he's going to be a top 5 NFL draft pick next year. Wait, was he a freshman last year? Oh, he's young. No, he'll be.
Was he? I think he'll be a junior, won't he? I think so.
He'll be a junior, right?
Yeah.
I think that's right. And so he's going to be rich either way, but he has partnered somehow with Phil Knight and Tinker Hatfield, the guy that, does a lot of the Jordan stuff. He's got an NFT thing going on with them. I don't know. He's going to be rich, Ted. So good for him. He's an outstanding player, but there's only one way to go, man. Winner of the week, Chris Paul. It continues to be fantastic to watch him and the Phoenix Suns. He was awesome in game 1 of the NBA Finals. He picked the Bucks defense apart. And I loved Budenholzer after the game. He was like, yeah, I mean, we kind of tried everything and nothing worked. We're going to have to go back to the old drawing board against it because, they were switching all kind of stuff. He would just get into the matchup he wanted and would absolutely cook people. It was fun to watch. He did it with the jumper. He did it in the mid-range, shot the 3 well, got to the basket. I mean,
the mid-range is back. What's happening?
The mid-range is back.
NBA. Oh my God.
But I was like, you sure you want to embarrass Crazy Eyes Bobby Portis like that, man? Okay. Make that choice. I don't know if that's the smartest one, but you may want to apologize to that guy. He seems like an interesting dude, but I thought he did a great job of pushing the pace of the game for the Suns. And you heard the Bucks talk about it after the game that they're going to have to adjust to the Suns playing that quickly. Chris Paul just fantastic in the third quarter, especially of that game. Ends up with 32 and 9 assists. Ted, it's just crazy to think about how much his reputation has changed in the last couple seasons. And I think that reputation is going to go to a new level when the Suns win the NBA Finals in 6 games.
Yeah. I agree. I think they're going to win it. Suns in 4. I think it's awesome to watch a team that is as young as they are, like just everyone come together when it's like, oh my God, we got a chance to win this thing. Like DeAndre Ayton, what? Where did this dude come from? He's an absolute animal all of a sudden on the glass, and it's just fun, and it's fun to see a fan base that appreciates that moment and where they are and is just absolutely tearing that town apart right now. It's awesome.
I think that fan base, what the best way to describe them is maybe unapologetically obnoxious.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
I think that's a good way to put it. But yeah, you mentioned Ayton, and clearly Devin Booker is just fantastic. But Ayton is the one, and you hear Chris Paul talk about him too. It's fun to watch him, and the dude plays with
Chris
such
Paul
great effort.
was the perfect guy, and it's a perfect time in his career, right? Whenever he needs to win, he needs to be a glue guy. He doesn't have very many opportunities left to come in for a guy that a lot of people were questioning, and they shouldn't have been. Situation has a lot to do with everything. To kind of take him under his wing and help him, that's been awesome to watch, man.
22 and 19 for Ayton in game 1. I mean, just I saw a stat, and it was players that had 20 points, 15 plus rebounds, and shot over 80% from the field in a finals game. I believe it was in the shot clock era. It was DeAndre Ayton, Wilt Chamberlain,
Shaq,
Kareem, and Bill Russell. Like that was the list.
Wow.
I was like, oh my
Nuts.
gosh. Okay. Go on and do your thing, DeAndre Ayton. All right, for my loser of the week, thought about going with people that don't like penalty kicks, because I don't know about you, Ted, but I've been watching a lot of soccer during the day because it's just on. I mean, it's on, and saw Italy advance to the Euro finals, beating Spain in penalties. Messi and Argentina beat Colombia in penalties to go to the Copa America final. I was just like, ooh, man, if you don't like penalties, if that's not your thing, then it's been a rough couple days.
Does
for
that
you.
person exist? I mean, isn't that what we all hope for whenever it comes to soccer?
About midway through the first half, sometimes I'm like, can we just fast forward to the penalties? Like, I get it. It's the beautiful
That
game.
should just be the game. They just show up, they go to penalties, and that's it.
Yeah. I also thought about going with Rachel Nichols. Ooh, I mean, got roasted far and wide for the stuff she said about Maria Taylor, and rightfully so.
Well, what did she say that was so bad? And maybe I misread the statement.
I think just maybe what it kind of inferred is what people didn't like. I would say, I mean, a white woman coming and saying that a black woman got a job because ESPN was concerned about diversity. I think it has a certain, like the tone of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But clearly what she said was wrong because they pulled her off the broadcast, right? They didn't have the jump that day. And I will say this is something that has been festering within that organization. I've got sources, Ted. It had been a long time coming. They knew this was going to come out, but
between those two.
Yeah, when she said this, and it's kind of, and because Maria Taylor's redoing her contract right now too.
Is it true that Maria Taylor's group or whatever is the one that leaked it?
I can neither confirm nor deny, but I mean, who really cares who leaked it? Now, right. With this stuff, I mean, it's going to come out. You know what I'm saying? No matter how buttoned up an organization like ESPN, right? No matter how buttoned up it is, like something like this happens now, in any type of corporation, it's going to come out. That's what people need to learn. Or
Well,
just like don't say dumb stuff and don't think that way. That's also good advice.
yeah, I don't know. The whole thing is fascinating, and it's probably been the most entertaining thing that's unfolded on ESPN in some time. But
Boom, roasted.
it's I don't know. Maria Taylor's got her deal coming up. I'm sorry. She's great, but if they pay her what she's asking for, they're insane. But they probably will. I mean, she's a sideline analyst, or not analyst, a sideline reporter. Like that doesn't drive ratings at all. You don't watch a game because of the sideline reporter.
Yeah, she does the studio stuff now, the NBA. She does. I think she does a lot, and that's probably the figure is that's something. What was it, like 7 million or something?
8, wasn't it 8?
Oh my gosh,
I think she makes 1 million now, and she's asking for 8, a $7 million raise. I think I could have that totally wrong. 7 or 8, either or.
ESPN. I will do it for half.
Right.
I will do it for half. Call me. Sounds good. All right. I love Maria Taylor, by the way. She's cool. Every time I've interacted with her on the sideline, she's always very nice to me. So I hope she gets her money. Get your money, Maria. Do what you got to do. But my loser of the week, Tom Brady. And I'm not sure there's a day where Tom Brady's losing, man, just with, what he's done, the home life, the looks, the whole thing like that. The guy's got it going on. Let's be real. But he and Phil Mickelson take the L in the match against Aaron Rodgers and Bryson DeChambeau. And maybe my favorite part of the whole thing was the last 5 or 6 holes when it's starting to set in on Brady that him and Mickelson are going to lose. He just started getting so pissed, hit a couple of bad shots, and you could just see like the veins in his neck. He had like the full Teddy Lehman going on, but they cut to him for an interview. He's like, golf is impossible. I don't know why I'm playing this stupid sport. It was something we could all relate to, Ted, but there's no sugarcoating it. Aaron Rodgers outplayed him, and that had to piss Brady off so badly, man.
He played well. He was just ripping it off the tee. Hit a couple of really nice approaches. He was awesome. He played really good. That course was awesome too.
It looked okay. I will say this: how many balls did not only Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, but how many balls did Mickelson and DeChambeau lose? I was like, this place is, I mean, especially around the green, like if you fly it a little bit, I was like, I don't want to play this course ever. It seems impossible.
Aaron on the back 9, I think it was probably like number 14. I think it was a long par 5. Aaron Rodgers hit a perfect drive, just a bomb left side of the fairway because it was sloping left to right, just right where you want to hit it. And it's gone off the right side. It was insane. I would shoot 1,000 on that course.
I don't know. I don't know if I could fit enough golf balls in the bag, especially now haven't swung a club since the child was born. We'll get back to it eventually. Maybe maybe after.
It was fun though. I watched more of that than I did the finals game. I was back and forth between the two, and I kept finding myself leaving it on the golf.
Phil, it's because of Phil. I mean,
he's funny, man.
First of all, his jokes are great. And the second, I'll say this: kick Nick Faldo out, put Phil in whatever he wants. Because the most entertaining, like in the banter back and forth, and I will say this: DeChambeau, a little more likable than I thought. A little more likable. Yeah. He actually made me laugh a couple times. Did not see that coming. But Mickelson describing his thought process on a shot and saying, okay, it's a 60-yard shot. I've got my 60-yard swing. I know exactly where I need to take the club back. Now it slopes this way. This is the degree. So this is where I want to land it. So this is what I got. Him going through all of that and then doing exactly what he says, it blows my mind. dude. Like it blows. That's the biggest difference is him being able to say exactly what he wants to do with the golf ball and then do it. I mean, it's like sorcery to me.
Yeah, it's impressive. It's cool. He would also be annoying as hell to play around against because he's never shut up, just constantly
Yeah,
talking and jawing and
he's also one of the best golfers ever. So yeah,
right.
he's gonna talk that talk out there on the course. There's no
I
doubt.
I liked when Aaron Rodgers, whenever I don't, they were talking. I just flipped it over and happened to catch it, but they were talking about whatever gum Mickelson was chewing, and Aaron Rodgers was what was he saying? It was like cannabis gum or
Yeah,
something. It was pretty
Rogers
funny.
had some good. He had some good one-liners, especially when he and DeChambeau started taking it to him. They were working in some good. I will say this: if I'm a Packers fan, the way that he danced around that question, ooh boy. I mean, I would I would not feel comfortable right now. I wouldn't be in a great mood.
I wouldn't feel comfortable watching him play golf. It's like, oh my God, he's been playing more golf than he's been throwing footballs right now. Maybe he's not playing.
He said he hadn't played much. Okay. So you're just the best putter now on planet Earth, just without
And
practicing. Okay.
who's about to play in a four-person match play televised for the entire world to see that just shows up and wings it? Nobody.
It would be. Please tell me that's not what he did, because it'd be even more infuriating. Like, the guy's an
Right.
incredible quarterback. He's like, I'm not really going to practice. I'm just gonna. I'll give it the old college try. I'll get out there. They used, like, at one point it was like 6 of 7 holes where they were using his drive instead of DeChambeau, and DeChambeau hits the ball a mile.
Yeah. It's crazy. It was fun. It was cool. I was down for it. I really enjoyed it. I hope they keep doing it.
I I thought that it was only one of those things where I would enjoy it during the coronavirus stuff, right? Where there was nothing on. I'll watch that, especially you put Phil on there and he walks you through that stuff and does that analysis and gets the other guys to do it like he did in this one. Yeah, I'll watch the hell out of that. Keep
With
doing it.
the
I'm
with
with you.
the right guys, they should do it like nonstop, not once a year. Right? When I don't know, baseball is out of season and we're in football season, do it with some baseball guys. Just keep it going.
I think just because I want to see how you react, I would like to see Phil and someone, maybe Phil and like Mahomes or someone like that, go against Tony Romo and Jordan. What? How do you say it? Speed? Is that what you go with?
Speed. Yes. Speed. God. Oh, he would be annoying as hell on that thing. He doesn't that would be bad. No way.
Throw Romo on there. Oh, you'd love it. Come
Yeah,
on,
Romo and Speed together would be the worst duo ever. That'd be horrible.
which is
But I'd
why I want to
watch it.
see it.
I would watch it. I'd hate watch the whole thing.
Absolutely.